Hi, my name is Kaylin Cairo, and I go to Weber International University, and right now I'm in Foundations of Rhetoric. And what is something that we all have to pay for, but we hope that we never get to use it? And that's insurance of all kinds, but today I want to talk to you guys about auto insurance. I worked at Geico for about a year and a half now, so I know quite a bit about it. But I feel that it's something that we all have to have legally, but not a lot of people know a lot about it. I especially didn't before I started working there. There's so many, the reason I want to talk to you guys about this is because there's so many uninsured and underinsured drivers in the state of Florida, and that's something very badly, even though I know that Florida has the highest rates of insurance, so it's more expensive here than most places, and a lot of people think that, oh, I'm not getting into an accident, I'm a safe driver, so I don't really need insurance. But that's not the case, because even though you may be a safe driver, things happen. Things happen to everybody every once in a while, and if it is to happen and you don't have insurance, you're going to have to pay out of pocket for those expenses, whether it be to fix somebody else's vehicle or their medical expenses, which can get very high. Even though you may be paying a couple $100s a month and it may seem like a waste of money right now, it's going to be very, very useful if you do get into an accident. So we have to keep that in mind. And also another thing to keep in mind is an accident usually takes 2 or more people. So even though you may be a very safe driver and you may be very careful and you pay attention, the other person may not, and they may be the one to start the accident, but you're going to hope that you have insurance, or they may just put you in a situation where the accident may end up being your fault even if it wasn't, and then you want to make sure that you're properly protected because of that. I wanted to talk to you guys about the different kinds of coverage that you can have on your policy. There's 2 different kinds. There's liability protection and there's property damage, or there's physical damage protection. Liability protection is if you're going to be liable for somebody else, which means if you're going to pay for somebody's injuries or pay for damage to somebody else's vehicle. There's different protection that comes with this. You could get, well, the 2 that are required in Florida is property damage protection, which is going to pay for somebody else's vehicle, and there's personal injury protection, which is going to pay for your injuries in the event of an accident. Now, both of these you can start at a $10,000 limit, but I do encourage everybody to try to get more than that if you can, because think of how many vehicles on the road cost more than $10,000, and anything over that you would be liable for. But there's also other different kinds of liability, such as bodily injury protection, and this one's not required, so you don't have to have it, but I do encourage you to get it because there is consequences if you don't. If you don't have it, you could have to have a CFR on your name, which is a certificate of financial responsibility. And if you have that on your name, then you're going to have to carry that insurance for 3 years consecutively, even if you don't have a vehicle. Or you could get your license suspended, or you could have to pay out of pocket for somebody else's injuries, which again is something that you don't want to do. So those are good. Another one is uninsured motorist protection, and what that does is it's going to protect you against uninsured motorists or underinsured motorists in the event that you do get into an accident with one. And it's also going to protect you in the event that you get hit by a hit and run driver, and you're still going to have insurance even if they don't know the cause or whose insurance should pay for that. And then the other type of coverage that you can have on your policy is physical damage protection, and what that does is it is to help you in the event of an at-fault accident. There's a couple different kinds of physical damage protection, and the first coverage is for comprehensive, and what comprehensive does is it pays for your vehicle for different things like glass breakage, hurricane damage, fire, theft, vandalism, different things like that. And then if you do have this coverage in the state of Florida and you break your windshield, you get it fixed for free. And then otherwise it goes off things like your deductibles and different things you have set up on your policy. The other kind of coverage is collision coverage, and what that does is it's going to pay for your vehicle in an at-fault accident. A lot of people think that just because they have insurance that their vehicle is going to be protected, but without this coverage, even if you do have some type of insurance, your vehicle is not going to get paid for if you are the cause of the accident. There's different coverage that can go along with this as well. such as emergency roadside assistance, which is very helpful in the event that you have a flat tire, a dead battery, you need a tow truck, or if you were to lock your keys in your car, that's where this coverage was to come in. And then also rental reimbursement, which will be when the insurance pays you money for a rental vehicle, up to so many dollars a day in the event of a covered claim, so you're unable to use your vehicle because of a comprehensive or a collision claim. The reason I wanted to talk to everybody about this again is just because it is very important to have auto insurance. It's something that is required by the state of Florida, and it's very important to know that if you are going to get an insurance policy, you want to make sure that you're getting exactly the coverage that you want and what's best for you. Thank you.